Hello and welcome. I'm Saeed from StoryPlanet.net. Dive right into the essence of the most captivating books without reading them cover to cover. Whether you're on the go, at the gym, or just relaxing at home, we offer you a unique and enriching listening experience. Today, we are exploring the book, The Myth of Sanity, a creation by Martha Stout. The Myth of Sanity, 2001, challenges the notion that only mentally ill individuals undergo dissociative episodes, which involve moments of confusion, time loss, or out-of-body sensations. Though not everyone has faced severe abuse, we are all influenced by traumas, whether major or minor. By comprehending the causes of dissociation and methods to tackle it, we can embrace a more present and complete existence. Before we delve into these revelations, it's interesting to note that Martha Stout, a clinical psychologist, worked at various prestigious institutions, including Harvard Medical School and Wellesley College. Her book, The Sociopath Next Door, published in 2005, won the Best Book in Psychology in the Books for a Better Life Awards. Currently, she practices privately in Boston, Massachusetts. With 7 key ideas to unveil, brace yourself for a deep dive into this captivating book. On StoryPlanet.net. To start, the text is prompting the reader to consider the psychological concept of dissociation. Dissociation is a coping mechanism for emotional distress. It can lead to avoiding challenging situations and impacts living fully. Understanding why dissociation occurs is crucial for facing it. The phenomenon is explored in the text with mentions of child abuse, trauma, and suicide. Key idea number 1. Dissociation is both a survival mechanism and has negative effects. Dissociation is a common reaction to highly stressful situations, allowing people to emotionally disconnect and act calmly. It functions as a survival mechanism during trauma, but can have lasting negative impacts after. Dissociation can lead to unexpected triggers, bringing back traumatic memories and causing intense reactions. The example of Beverly shows how dissociation can be triggered unexpectedly and result in lingering effects. Key idea number 2. Trauma impacts memory processes in the brain and leads to dissociative reactions. Trauma impacts the brain, disrupting normal memory processes by causing dissociative reactions. In traumatic situations, the amygdala's response can overpower the hippocampus, leading to fragmented memories stored as isolated sensory images or bodily sensations. This can result in difficulty recalling specific events or experiences, as seen in the case of Julia, who experienced severe childhood trauma leading to significant memory gaps due to dissociation. Key idea number 3. Dissociative states can lead to time loss and out-of-body experiences. Julia and Lila experience dissociative states. Julia's fugue state causes her to lose time and have out-of-body experiences, while Lila's demi-fugue state involves a feeling of separation from reality triggered by past trauma. Dissociative states, often linked to childhood trauma, can lead to individuals feeling detached or absent from their surroundings. Key idea number 4. Children are more vulnerable to trauma than adults. Children are highly vulnerable to trauma, more so than adults, as they are less experienced and their sense of meaning can easily be influenced by emotionally overwhelming situations. Trauma can lead to dissociative behaviors, as illustrated by a hypothetical situation involving a boy named Matthew witnessing his parents' arguments. Childhood trauma can have long-lasting effects into adulthood, potentially resulting in conditions like dissociative identity disorder. Key idea number 5. Dissociative identity disorder often forms as a survival strategy in response to childhood abuse. Dissociative identity disorder, DID, often develops as a survival mechanism in abused children. It involves the mind splitting into different identities or alters to cope. The disorder can lead to inappropriate behavior when a person switches between these alters. An extreme case is illustrated by Garrett, whose traumatic childhood led to developing multiple identities to manage the abuse, including one that blamed him for his brother's death. Subtle shifts between alters are common in DID cases. Key idea number 6. Dissociative identity disorder leads to significant changes in behavior. people often distort facts to maintain a consistent image of others over time. Dissociative identity disorder can lead to drastic behavioral switches, with less than 1% of the American population being likely to have multiple personalities. The disorder can manifest as sudden and unrecognizable behavior changes in individuals, making it challenging for their loved ones to understand or predict their actions. This can leave individuals feeling like they are walking on eggshells around the person exhibiting these behaviors. Key idea number 7. To overcome dissociative states, it is important to take responsibility and directly confront past traumas. Dissociative states can range from daydreaming to adopting entirely different personas. 2 patients, Garrett and Julia, overcame dissociation by directly confronting past traumas through therapy and hypnosis. Garrett's alter ego disappeared after realizing he wasn't responsible for his brother's death. Julia recovered memories of childhood abuse through hypnosis and confronting her past. Suggestions for dealing with dissociative tendencies include removing yourself from violent situations and gently encouraging therapy. To address possible dissociative disorders in yourself, keeping a dream journal, practicing meditation, revisiting old memories, and avoiding victim mentality are recommended. In conclusion, dissociation is a defense mechanism against overwhelming emotions. Childhood dissociation can affect us in adulthood. Dissociative disorders can be overcome by facing trauma. Ask tough questions about traumatic experiences to combat dissociation. Sharing and discussing experiences with others can help. Thank you for listening to this summary. If you enjoyed this exploration, we invite you to discover other fascinating books on storyplanet.net. Don't wait any longer. A multitude of books, stories, and knowledge await you there. See you soon on storyplanet.net.